welcome. 6:30, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day. April 1st, 2026, Charlton Planning Board. Call to order, 6:30 p.m. We've got a pretty light agenda, and of course, we have a welcome guest. Mr. Lemansky is first up. We're going to hear something about the energy codes, and please,
Good enough.
table is
you, Mr.
yours for
Chairman.
a reasonable amount of time.
Yes, thank you. I came in a couple of weeks ago to see Jane and just to show her or give her a copy of this citizens petition that I filed with the Selectmen's Office prior to the closing of the
Warrant. Warrant
Thank you.
deadline.
Yeah, so we have enough signatures, so it should be out on the warrant. And let me just bring up the reason. The energy code, excuse me, the stretch energy code, which is up and above the building requirements. And back in 2016, the state was giving financial bonuses to towns. I think it was over $100,000 for passing this. But what has happened is the energy code. Again, it's dynamic. It's changing, and the amount of things that they are now acquiring has increased and increased, and it's gotten to a point to where. I know in the city of Worcester had passed a upper edition of the energy code, and people came forward and said, look, we can't build affordable housing when you're making it so unaffordable because of the things that you require. So I got to stick this in here. Mm-hmm. Massachusetts is losing its population, just like New York and just like California. And the thing is that chasing people out, and my point of that is too many regulations, too many taxes. The thing is citizens are getting beaten up. And the thing is, I will go through this. This is some of the lowlights of the stretch code. Because part of the stretch code, in order to participate with the building department, you have to hire a HERS inspector. Mm-hmm. And the HERS inspector, what he does, and it's not really, he's a combination of both inspector and advisor. He goes through your plans and suggests on the plans, this is what you should be doing in order to get more credits. And when say credits is the HERS man, which is, I know in the past, the fellow I use is from, I think he's from Dudley, really good. But now it used to be about $1,300. Now it's over $2,000. And nothing to take away from the amount of work he's doing. It's just, that's what things cost nowadays. And so the impact, what I'm going to read here, they say it's between $8,000 and $20,000 per home. I know a few years ago we built a house over on Blood Road, and my insulator called me up. He says, Rob, if you do this next year, add, just for insulation, add $20,000 because of what it now requires. But this is some of what I've got off of ChatGPT. It's saying, look, what's some of the ups and the downs of the stretch code. But again, the HERS director, all right, then again, that's a requirement. You have to hire a certified energy rater. They rate your plans relative to the windows that you're putting in, how many windows, the square foot footage. And they even go further. They want to know what brand of furnace you're putting in. They want to know the efficiency. It has to have an efficiency rating. If it doesn't meet a certain rating, and when you go through your energy list here, it really frowns on propane or oil as well. Anything that's not, anything that's based from a petroleum-based product. And what it ends up, they encourage electric. They want you to go electric. So the HERS guys is there. Then what ends up happening is you end up, it creates more design, and it also increases the time for permitting because of the design phase and more back and forth with the engineering rater. Then it becomes, depends, when you're building, there's less flexibility in the building because they put you in this narrow path. And the big parts are exterior insulation and then specific HVAC choices. HVAC being heat in your air conditioning. And what they love these packs to where you put in your combination of air conditioning and heating at the same time.
All the heat pumps, yeah.
They're heat pumps. And they were, and I do have to admit, they are getting better, all right, but I know, I remember the one, we have a couple of those units at home to where the unit will both heat and cool.
Mhm.
So I said, Kathleen, I said, let's just try it this month. Yeah, it was a $700 electric light bill.
There you go.
And as you know, if you use them, it gets cold. I mean cold, all right? I don't, I'm not talking 25, 30. I mean, if it gets down to single digits, they just can't keep up. The ones that are just coming out now, they do have an edge. But what it is more money. So, the other big thing that they pay attention to, which is good, which is the air sealing. So when you do the frame, before you close up the walls, you've got to go around with caulking and caulk between the plate and then your 2x2, 4, 6, or 8, whatever you're putting down. They caulk all that stuff so that when you're required to do what's called the blower door test. They close the door off, they put a fan in there, and they turn it on, and they try to create they do create a negative draw. But if you don't have a negative draw, then you got leaks. Then you got to go find the leaks, and they require you. If you don't pass the door test, you don't pass. Take it again, or do it again, or fix it. So it's all about. And again, it's hard. It's as far as the air sealing. It requires a higher skill of crews for taping and sealing. Exterior insulation complications, windows, flashing methods, trim detail, all of that again becomes critical. And for the national companies, this stuff becomes automatic to them because they do it all the time. You go and take the small-time hometown guy, no. Or you take a husband and wife says, fine, we'll build a house. I don't even think they could get a loan from the bank if they told the bank they were going to build it on their own. Banks go and advise those people, don't do that, because all you got to do is get taken once, and this whole thing's going to fall apart. Then we got mechanical ventilation aids, the cost of maintenance. They say that this is for the HRV and the ERV systems. So this is ductwork, it's balancing, it's a $3,000 to $7,000 cost here. And obviously, all of this code requires for more inspections. And I'm not saying inspections are bad, but what I'm saying is at what time does at what level does it come say, well, I've had enough, This is supposed to be America, it's supposed to be a free country, and the thing is if I want to live in a house that's a sieve and I want to pay for it, leave me alone. But, and again, I understand safety, and I can feel Kurt over my shoulder, he is right. And if people are paying good money, they want a good job. And that's Kurt's job, to ensure that they're getting what they're supposed to get. So more inspections, more ways to fail. And they talk about harder for small builders. The next question is payback. When will the homeowner investor recoup the extra money that they're paying for all of this added insulation, all of the expertise in the ceiling, all of the level of windows? Again, you've got to have each window or window company, they have a rating of the windows. And in order, the HERS guy will say, look, you got to be at this U30. It used to be U28, then it was U26. The higher the number, the better they are. The higher the number, the more expensive they are. And yes, you do want good stuff, but how good is good, and when do I get my return on this investment? So some of that is out. In fact, Kurt himself had told me that the state insulation for ceiling insulation got changed. They had upped it from R48 to R60 or R62. They just knocked it back down to R48 because it was proven to them that the money invested for the extra insulation, the return wasn't there. So, again, I gotta tip my hat to them, is at least they identified it and changed it, which is encouraging. But our state's got a long way to go. So the payback is questionable, and also everything is becoming electrified. So they don't want any more. They discourage oil. They discourage propane. They want you to go to electric. And we're finding out that the grid just doesn't have it. So, especially if everyone was to go that one way. And then they've got, this is called one size fits all policy. Again, starter home, tough, because I just see a house in Charlton, new house, $630,000. And then I was reading tonight, oh, your starter home is $450 in Charlton. You can't find a house in Charlton for $450. Impossible. Unless it's 60 years old.
Not a new house.
Yeah, and it's on the backside of one of the lake roads, to where, it started out as a cottage, not on the lake, but in the same back one. So, this is the summary of the high points. You got higher upfront cost, HERS rating requirements, air sealing difficulty. Again, it's difficult, especially if you set up, the HERS guy sets up the fan, and he's saying, we're not passing. We have to find out where your heat leaks are. They gotta go around with some thermal detection to find out where is this cold coming from. So towards the end here, honest bottom line, the stretch code doesn't make building impossible, but it shifts construction from a standard practice to a higher performance building. And none of us are against a higher performance building, but the thing is where's the line in the sand saying, I'm not spending more money just to go from an 8 to a 10, when I think 8 works. And again, with the code, you don't have any discretion. It's already been decided for you in order for you to get an occupancy permit. Mm-hmm. And that's what everybody chases.
Excellent.
So, and this is an exchange. The exchange is lower energy use, better comfort, higher quality construction, but at what cost? Yeah. And the thing is if somebody wants the type of construction, We know how to do it. It's already there. Go and do it. But don't make, other people do it. If you have a building code that's been reasonable and has worked for year after year after year, and you want it to be perfect, all I'm saying is, that's not necessarily, something that we should be made to do.
Thank you for the overview.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, perfect.
And I don't, during the town meeting, I don't think it's asked for the opinion of the planning board, whether they approve or disapprove it. But it would be great that if the planning board said, even though you're not asking, we're telling you, we reviewed this and we're thinking, we're trying to make housing more
Yeah.
affordable, and how do you go and build retirement homes when they're $450,000?
But let the builder or the developer decide. I mean,
Yeah, you're free to put in a R100 in your roof.
right now, what we do is we seal it all up and then we pay money to filter it.
Yeah, with the
Then we pay
ERVs.
all the money to get the air so that like mold doesn't grow and stuff because there's no air in the inside, so it's kinda,
Right, we have toxic air issues.
Do we know what level the stretch code? I was trying to read up on it. It looked like there were two different levels.
Well,
There's a middle and then there's a real severe
The
strict.
Sphere one is the one that Worcester
Yeah.
That new
just
one.
put in place, and some people trying to recall. it.
Cambridge,
They're saying
Brookline might have.
So we're the
this.
middle, right?
Yeah,
Is that where we
we're
are?
the first step.
I don't know
First step.
how they're
What do we get?
they're doing the housing, they're increasing
Yeah.
the housing by passing that. It's like it's
Yeah.
fighting against each other. I don't
So
get
I
it.
remember when I worked for Robin, it was a criteria for the Green Communities Act, but what do we get now for
Right.
Green Communities?
And we would get, like I
We-
said, I think it was
originally you
$120,000,
got a lot,
$130,000.
but what do we get
Not a bad
now?
deal, we'll have one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Initially to
But now-
pull you in,
Yeah.
and we did the electric, we
But
did
not,
some lights.
not to the builder, the homeowner.
Right.
Like, I don't
So
think
it-
the town is penalized nor rewarded.
I just
for
looked it
Yeah.
up, and I didn't see any penalty at all, like not.
Withdrawing from it?
Withdrawing from
Yeah.
it, I mean, I'm sure attorneys do better research.
Yeah, that's
But the
important.
only, so, out of all the towns, 300 are, yes, and about 50 no.
50, no, they don't have
And
it,
so,
right? Yeah.
in central Mass,
Mm.
Hardwick,
Mhm.
Royalston, Templeton, Hubbardston, so yeah, those.
Yeah.
Don't follow it.
Don't
Or
follow
not
it.
on the
Well,
street.
if I may, I'm sorry,
Sure.
just 1 second. In the original chapter here of the stretch code, when it was approved in October of 2016, it talks about the authority. In the last sentence here, it says 780 CMR 115 AA may be adopted or rescinded by any municipality in the Commonwealth in the manner prescribed by law.
Yeah.
So what we would be doing is we'd be rescinding it, and they clearly identified that when they put it in place.
So what's the verbiage of your article that you submitted?
Sure.
Just to get an idea of what you're asking.
It says, to see if the town will vote to rescind the Stretch Energy Code, Chapter 195, that was adopted by Charlton Town Meeting 10/16/2016. The purpose of the code was to provide more energy efficient alternative to the base energy code for both new construction and existing buildings. And that's pretty much, that's
Yeah.
what this was in 2016. And again, also, the caveat was, and by the way, the state's gonna give us more money. This is, who doesn't want money? But there's always a hook.
Yeah, sure. That's
So-
great language.
Yeah.
What is it, like
This
on
is-
federal?
No, no public hearing is needed on that.
No, we don't
right?
have to do anything federal.
No.
No, but the federal's not saying,
Because
you
it's a-
do
it's a
this,
citizen's
you're gonna get
annual.
this
It's not a
back
planning
or
board.
anything else.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
wondering, like, yeah.
Individual.
Yeah.
The other question is, I know
Not for the
it's probably
town.
pretty much died out, but you also, the geothermal.
You're right, you can do that. Some- a lot
I
of
mean,
people do
there's
that.
there's the,
It's
probably
expensive.
ultimate solution, I mean, but it's gonna take a lot more
I
money.
think that's on a
so-
personal tax,
Yeah.
level, if you're talking about the federal. I don't know that the feds don't have anything, specific for the towns that I've ever read, that we would, individual tax-wise.
Yeah.
It seems to me that in 2016, there was still a lot
Extra.
that wasn't known about how those mini splits and heat pumps were going to perform. There's a lot of high hopes for being told that they were gonna be saving
She knows
energy
about
and
that.
stuff
she
about
does.
Yeah.
how the fact that they simply couldn't keep up when it got cold, in
Right.
addition to being quite expensive to heat, wasn't really understood at that time.
They're getting better, but, right, yeah, they're
Right,
spending
remember,
all
everybody, everybody had electric for a while, I mean, and then we all learned that electric was
Yeah.
bad,
Yeah.
and then, just,
I don't think the board can weigh in on this. I mean, I think individually, we
Yeah.
can step up at the annual town meeting. I'd be happy to chime in with my libertarian views on
That'd be great,
your
Bill. Thank
choices
you.
and freedoms, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
I absolutely 100%
Yeah.
think it should be the builder and the homeowner
Yeah.
can decide if you wanna spend the extra money to save,
To go
I'm
above
not
and
sure.
beyond building.
Yeah, I'm not sure
right?
exactly how much you actually save with all the power you're using to now, I mean, versus having, you know,
Right.
a little bit of natural air in your house.
I don't think
True.
this is gonna get much pushback at all.
Yeah.
I think people.
Really?
I think people are tired of being told
Absolutely.
what to
There
do.
you go. There
Yeah,
you go.
absolutely, yeah, I think it'll.
So,
I just built my
hence
house here in
solar.
2024.
Yeah.
I have a husband and wife. I was one of the lucky ones. But yeah, I could 100% attest to literally everything you said. It is, you have to jump through a bunch of red tape, a bunch of loopholes, and spend so much money going through that it makes you, yeah, it makes you just not want to do it.
If
Like,
I-
like there were plenty of times where I was just like, I don't know why we're building this house anymore.
Now, if I may, you have an attached garage?
Attached.
Attached?
Yeah.
Do you have a plug in there?
I do have a plug, yeah, an EV plug.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even though I have no electric.
That's right, so, no, they make you do, that's code.
Yeah, that's code.
You gotta put, if you have, even if you have a two-car garage, you gotta have at least one plug.
I
Okay.
remember the building inspector here, not Kurt, it was Bill Fenner who was working here before. He made me put in, he stalled construction even though my electrician, his wife was dying. He said I couldn't go past this unless this was done. I needed a plug in the attic
Yeah.
for
Work plug.
for radon, for the fan for the radon, even though
Right.
it's not required that you even need a fan. So I said, hey, can I do it later? He's like, no, you can't do it. You can't move on with construction unless that's in. So on the way to the deathbed, the electrician came in. And it was crazy. I mean, but that's a bad experience. But like just the things like that, like all the stuff that you have to jump through. And the HERS rater, absolutely, it cost us $2,000 for the HERS rater.
Cost them, yeah.
Yep.
Like I
The
said,
test, the caulking, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to do that.
I don't know what this, Rizzo or something from Dudley or Webster, he's good. Of course, we're paying him, but again,
Yeah.
he did a fine job.
Excellent.
But, all right,
Thanks
I'll
for-
leave you alone.
Yeah,
I
yes,
could
thanks
talk
for-
all night, but,
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, no,
I'm with you on this one.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm with you too.
yeah. Yeah,
I just don't, I just think it'd be fun.
have a good night, have a nice
I will,
Easter.
I will, thank you very much. I was telling Jane, we're planning, I'm supposed to hear this week, I have a tenant over on, at 159 Worcester Road. We got 1,800 square feet, it's Wayside, and they are a quasi state agency, and they provide service to a certain group of people. They're gonna move out of 18,000 square feet, 1,800 square feet, and we're gonna build them a new building that's taking 6,000 square feet. We'll be to the right of McClure Engineering,
Oh,
because we built to the left of McClure's, now we're going to the right. So it's in, their lawyer is going through the paperwork. But we'll be here quickly with that. And,
super, nice new building, good.
well, and, yeah, nice new building, pay more taxes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay, as long as the tenant's paying the rent.
Yeah, right, long term, thanks.
All right, I'll be back soon.
All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah.
We thank you. Next on the agenda, we have the public hearing for C.R. Hansen Construction Site Plan Application. So, do you want to introduce this, or shall?
Yeah, because it's a site plan and they're gonna be bringing in a subdivision, you cannot have two different plans going for one, property. So the applicant has requested to withdraw without prejudice the site plan, but the subdivision will be coming in on May 20th. We've got that in process, and the public hearing will be going out, and, so it's going forward, but through subdivision rules and not the site plan.
Which is a little bit more oversight from the board than.
So I make a motion that we, accept the withdrawal of the Beach Middle Road property, from,
Site
the,
plan.
the C.R. Hanson construction site plan.
Yep.
Without prejudice.
No prejudice.
A second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Motion passes. And so you're saying he's on the agenda for May 20
Yeah,
to review, to open up the site plan?
to open up the
The
site
sub-
plan.
subdivision.
For the
The
subdivision.
right.
Yeah, application. Yep. So we go forward.
So he's on May 20.
May 20th.
Yep, 6:30.
Okay, I just want to make sure that they're aware of what I gave
Oh,
you.
and she wanted,
Oh, yes.
she wanted to pass that.
Yep,
Just to make sure that you guys are aware of
Okay.
that. And
That
also a
this-
copy has been sent to the town council too.
yep.
So they have also a copy.
So just to read this into the record, thank you, Ms. Fierro. So this is a civil action from Ms. Fierro into Rodriguez, Belanger, and the Hansons for a civil complaint, a civil action
Yes.
for such development on the site, I'm assuming, so.
The road.
The road,
The
yep.
road.
So this was filed, this is dated
Should have been, I believe, Monday,
March 26th.
maybe Friday.
Was
Yeah,
that-
Thursday. At the back, 26.
March 26th it was submitted, so thank you for letting us know. We'll, yep.
Yeah, we'll put it in your file.
Yeah.
Between you and.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
and,
Oh.
and like I said, the town council also has copies
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
Who are the other parties? Are they on, they must be on the road also, other?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're the parties that Hanson bought the property from.
Oh, I see, yeah. Rodriguez and Belanger, got it. Okay, thank you for letting us know. Any other questions, comments from the board? Anything else? Any other
No.
clarifications? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
All right.
May 20th at 6:30.
Yes.
Yep.
First on the agenda.
Okay.
All right.
See you then.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you then.
Happy Easter.
Have a happy Easter,
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay.
Have a nice
Easter. Next on the agenda, public hearing continued for the Fabiola Cesar Esteverni Ponican Hills subdivision plan modification. So I see there's a note here to continue this to April 15th, as requested by the applicant. So it's just pushing this down the road.
Graves had done their review,
Yep,
but we need to have Graves get reviewed by their engineer. And it will be ready for the 15th.
so Graves
Is our engineer.
is your engineer, and they've done the review?
Yes.
Okay, so your engineer's done it, sorry, yeah, just looking for clarification. So
Yeah.
your engineer's done the review?
Yes.
Of like their plot plan and everything?
Yep.
Okay, and then what's being pending? I'm just trying to understand.
Oh, and then they have an engineer.
Yeah.
And they have to look at Graves' peer review and then change the plan according to what Mike has said.
Okay,
Because Graves may have said, oh, this isn't
Yeah.
right, we need a dimension on this drawing, and
Yeah.
and then they'll go like, okay, we put a dimension on the drawing, and here's the new thing, and that's why it's continued to April 15th.
Yeah.
okay,
So they're
Alright.
back and forth.
yeah. Well, when was it, I don't know if you're able to provide this information, when was that sent to them? Because I know, like, I remember last year they started, and I don't know if it was the right thing to do, but they started clearing the lot, like, so they were looking to do construction on there.
Ponican, the review from Graves
Yeah,
was a couple days ago.
a couple
honestly.
days,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But
It,
they've been going back and forth.
it's been active? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reviews have been ongoing for
Oh,
a
yeah.
while. It's
Okay.
just another
Yeah.
phase,
All
another
right,
phase,
yeah.
another phase, another.
If you, I mean, if you want a copy of it, you can come see me tomorrow.
Those are
Really?
available to the
Yes,
public,
it's
of
public,
course.
yeah.
No, yeah, that's
Just
fantastic.
Yeah.
prints we probably have over there on the table.
Yeah.
And then, so the plan is sent it back to them, and then we have a continuance for April 15th. I won't be here, but,
Yeah.
okay. And-
What do you have you been in touch with them? Do you have any questions, or are you
No,
just
no,
looking
so,
to?
well, we're both neighbors, we
Yeah.
live on the road, and obviously it's been like this for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's getting chewed up worse and worse and worse. It's getting
I didn't have a
Yeah.
copy.
to,
'cause we're
to
not
this
reviewing
point.
Yeah,
it.
And I understand,
Here you go.
thank you very much.
Welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
understand person building at the ends, that's the final phase, is to do that, but just like, it's been like this for years, and it's only getting worse, and we don't know when it's gonna get finished.
Yep.
And I do know, just having been in a family full of contractors myself, like, there had to have been a bond pulled for this, right?
So this has been an ongoing issue. I don't know if this is, when it was
Oh.
back in the
Years.
80s.
This has been going on a long time.
Yeah.
And the original builder in there went bankrupt.
Bankrupt,
The
yeah.
The bank took over.
Bank took over. The bank has owned it. The bank doesn't want anything to
Then
do
little
with it.
individuals were doing lots here and there.
Yeah.
They'd sell a lot here, they'd sell a lot there, but the road never, that it would be too expensive to continue it all the way onto High Crest on it.
Like this
Oh,
honestly
yeah, no,
is a good
definitely, you
thing.
could tell the
We want-
excavated would be nuts,
So
so I
it's
agree.
still a private road from that point on. Everybody that's on it is part of that private road.
That's my question,
Yeah.
though, about the
Yeah.
bond, right? So
Right.
that's why,
There was no bond, there wasn't a sufficient bond for that property when it, yeah. to
so
be able
so
to
there
finish the
was
road.
no bond, because I thought there
There-
was.
There was not a sufficient bond to,
Yeah.
to do that.
Yeah.
Well, so what was the bond for?
I don't know, do that.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
So many years ago.
I know,
going on.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just looking for
If there was
clarification.
one and it was sufficient to do it, something would have happened by now.
Yeah.
But I'm not even sure that there was a bond or if there was even sufficient bond.
So that section of road was finished in like 2000, 2005, that end. of
That-
That's when another
That was
contractor-
That was
another
another
contractor
contractor.
came
Piece of
in.
it, and then decided it was too expensive,
It was
right,
too
and walked
expensive
away,
and
and
walked away.
Right, so at that time,
Yeah.
was there a bond taken out by that
Yeah,
contractor
and he
for
was,
that bill?
was
'Cause
he
that would have
supposed
only
to
been
finish?
15, 20 years ago.
Yes, was
he
he
was supposed to finish that whole
Up
note at the very end.
and create a cul-de-sac
And
at
that
the
never
end?
But that
happened.
wasn't
Or,
gonna
sorry,
happen.
create a.
I doubt if that contractor, if we bonded the guy
Because
who
we were
bought the
we just
property,
wanted somebody
yeah,
to own it and finish it, right,
yeah,
so.
yeah. Probably didn't bond.
So we finally found somebody that will own it and finish it and complete that road, I think is gonna be part of the requirement to complete it on. So
And-
that's,
Right,
that's,
that's what Kurt's.
And that's
that's,
this
that's
guy,
gonna be part
Fabiola?
of,
Yeah.
that's,
Mhm.
That's
that's.
Fabiola.
The
Yeah.
current owner.
He's-
That's
I
probably
think-
your best bet.
Yeah.
This is a
So
good
we,
thing.
Yeah,
we've
yeah.
relaxed some
We want-
rules that we have, the road's gone beyond 500 feet, it
Yeah.
requires 2 entrances, we've waived that as long as it's a big enough turnaround, as long as you finish the whole road and we know
Yeah.
that that's where it's going, so.
And he's
Gotcha.
ostensibly been very responsive to the Graves engineering
Mhm.
reviews.
So, yeah, that was my other concern, just like how,
Yeah.
yeah, is he responsive? Like, I know it's gonna take years, like, I think the last plan I saw online, there was like another 10, 11 lots he wanted or something like
11.
that. So I know it's gonna take a while, I'm not expecting anything immediate, I just wanna see, like, are we working towards a resolution?
Yeah.
You know,
We
so
are.
he is like, okay, so he's responsive
Mhm.
in the engineering phase?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
I think he understands the scope of it, he's,
It-
we can't ask him for his budget and, you know, does he have enough money? We just tell him this is what you have to
But,
do.
but
you
there,
know?
there will be a bonding on this because it is a subdivision.
What this
The
is
mod-
a
yeah.
modification to the plan.
Yeah, I know, it's a
It's
lot.
not.
What if he sells it before?
Yeah, before
'Cause
he
it's-
finishes
like
the
I
road,
said,
he
it's-
just.
It's listed as an estate-sized lot, actively
Mm.
on Zillow and Realtor.
Is there a
Yeah.
way
What
for me to get
happens?
information on the bond that was pulled? Because
Yeah.
just saying
I'll-
it's
I'll
not
look- I can look
sufficient.
into it.
I believe you that it's
Can
not
you put a lien
sufficient,
on
but I
the
just like,
property
well,
before
why
he
is it
sells
not
it?
I
sufficient?
can't
Like,
remember
you
what
pull a
exactly
bond, so,
happened.
Right.
Like, he went
so it does
bankrupt, and
cover
then-
something
how
like
that
this.
works.
It
Joe
does,
Conlon.
I don't know
It's gonna-
what the escalator would
think it's
have been
$250,000.
for
He's the
20,
one that
30
made it.
years.
Yeah, I mean,
Did they
right.
put an
Something
like that
escalator
could
in
be-
there?
could
I'm
happen.
not
Yeah.
sure.
Mike
Yeah,
Mallett
I
at
know,
Hometown Bank
and
took
it
it
makes
all.
complete sense, but yeah,
Nothing
just,
happened.
Yeah.
it,
just
to me,
fell
as someone living on the street,
Right.
that pays same amount of taxes as everybody else,
Yeah.
put in the subdivision.
I'm not sure,
No.
Yeah.
isn't it sufficient?
I don't
answer,
even
you
know.
know, so I would like to get
But it
to
must,
know
but there
that.
was,
I mean,
it
you
might,
could,
it
you
might
could
have
ask
just
for
not
those
been
details, I
proficient
think
enough.
the
I think
summary
that's
will
enough.
be, it was probably insufficient for the amount
That's
that
that's
all
what I'm
this
thinking.
work is going to cost.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Okay, so then what do you do with that information?
Yeah, but then is that still active? So like for the builder, so the builder that does take it on, right? Can he use part of that bond to help him with the road?
No, I don't think that's the purpose of the bond.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
That's why I was just
I
looking
know, no,
for.
To
no,
protect the town to be able to finish it up. If they just walk away, then the town will pull the bond
Yeah.
and hire our own contractor
That makes sense,
to
yeah.
finish whatever the work is
Yeah.
that's
And our
required.
engineer reviews that, I can't remember, I know I was on the board, maybe not. No, maybe not, I was,
I don't think any of us were on the
Yeah,
board
no.
when this thing came.
Yeah.
because it
Oh, yeah,
wasn't-
that was,
That's-
it was
it's-
back
it was
in
way
the
before me,
yeah,
but,
yeah.
we didn't even have, we didn't get bylaws until the eighties.
Yeah,
87?
We didn't
Yeah.
have even zoning bylaws in this
Zoning.
town until '87,
Yeah.
which is like the last, one of the last towns in the
Right.
whole entire state, so
Yeah.
everybody like their independence here.
Well,
so.
that, I wish that was still the case now, just
yeah.
going out with this, what he's talking about.
Put a warrant to get rid of the zoning bylaw.
Could be a
Yeah.
gas
Yeah.
station, there could be a gas station next to you, dude, too,
Yeah.
be careful what you wish on.
Hospital,
Hospital.
right
Yeah,
now there
yeah.
could be a hospital,
I don't know.
just,
Okay, going up that road, the ambulance couldn't make it up there, this winter.
Yeah, and the
So,
roads got
yeah,
killed this winter.
that literally happened where ambulance was stuck trying to get up there.
Oh, no.
Right.
Yeah, life has to take care of it.
Yeah, that's another question we have too, is because the town does use that road often to come up and check the cistern and,
Yeah,
there's nothing that the town can do to take that on. They're gonna force us to finish this before.
it has to
They'll do
be an
that.
accepted road, and it can't be
Yeah.
accepted until it meets all the engineering requirements.
Well, it.
Right, which that
It could
bond
accept,
should
it could be
cover
accepted by a town
acceptance,
meeting even
but
without
for
meeting
some
the
reason the town
requirements.
let that bond.
What about
lapse.
accepted as a private
Yeah.
road?
You could get it accepted by the town without
Yeah,
even meeting
but-
those requirements, but it would be difficult to do, and you'd have to convince everybody in town that they should pay for that road.
so we have on the warrant at the annual town meeting, there was like, the town votes to accept Main Street, this
Yeah.
chunk of Main Street as a public way, so that means the town's gonna take care of
Yeah.
it for perpetuity, right? So you could read the bylaws, and there
Yeah.
is a clause in there that says you could have, a citizen, just like Mr.
Citizen's
Lemansky
petition
presented
to
it,
accept that as a-
citizen's petition
Argue your case, and
a
it's been
warrant
said forever, it's a safety
on
hazard.
the next annual town meeting.
Yeah.
It, as a, if you want a plan B, that's the way
But
to
it's,
go about it.
it should flow
But
better now.
it sounds
Yeah.
like this new development isn't set up correctly to protect us in the town in case this builder sells those houses and bounces.
Yeah.
So we need to fix that.
Could happen.
He won't be able to sell them.
And/or
Yeah.
pull the bond to complete the
Yeah.
project if we don't already have
The,
one.
the
I've seen
modification
it,
hasn't been
I'm a
approved
licensed
yet, so
realtor
that
and I've
could
seen
be-
it plenty of times
There's
with
been talk about
builders
that,
that they don't finish
So
the
we
road.
can
Like,
try to-
he could absolutely say, I'm going to, and then just.
Yep.
Because the conversations that some of the people in the neighborhood have had with
Yeah.
him are, I'm not going near that thing until it's, I won't be back. And they've already cut all the trees down, so we're getting all this water, all this drainage. There's no proper swell or anything set up to stop it from happening.
Right.
So the town approved that to go on and then paused everything, and there's been no action
Yeah.
other than.
So if there's
the
runoff
road.
from his property that's different from before.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it took
that's-
down 3
that's-
acres of trees.
you could-
Actionable, yeah.
That's actionable, you can talk to the Conservation Commission about that.
We did, we sent an email.
And did they react to that, or
Was that today? That was
DEQE,
today.
or?
Yeah, nothing.
This is
Um,
good, she'll go look.
Yeah, we'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And take
Because-
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when the snow was melted, it was a waterfall. That was going all down the street.
Yeah. If there's silt issues, that's
Yeah,
Concom.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, I'll make a motion to extend continue the public hearing for Ponica Hills subdivision plan modification to April 15th.
Second?
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Well, we appreciate all the
Yep,
yeah,
information.
thank you
Yeah,
for
yeah,
coming
yeah,
in for your
yeah,
feedback.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and
can't ask for too much more patience. I know
It's on our
been
mind.
forever,
We
but-
want that road finished as bad as you guys do.
No,
If you look
And
at our
I feel you can. I
agendas,
live on
it's
a
on
private
the
road
agenda.
that's in
You'll
Charlton,
research.
that
I mean,
was
don't-
one of the
don't
original
spend
Charlton
tons of
roads,
time
but it's
with-
private.
Yeah, but I'll
And it's
just find out
it's
about
a
that.
shaky
What-
roads,
what-
and-
what-
Yeah.
I get it.
Figure out what
Yeah.
The Home
Like,
Depot,
what
Home
did
Depot
you do?
asphalt's starting to add up.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Section,
okay.
Jerry Davis to staff.
The main thing
And
for me is
there's
just
banks
clarification
going in.
on what's the
Non-accepted
resolution.
road.
Yeah.
It never
And how
goes.
long
Yeah.
has that been there?
I guess with the builder, I guess,
What
that
street
seems like a
across the
wonderful
highway?
plan, but yeah, I think
Yeah. The other
you just
side's
gotta
like
set it up so
Mike
that
Mallett?
you're protected, like,
I
hey,
remember Mike Mallett
before
was
the final ones are built,
Yeah.
you have to
They're
finish
crazy.
that.
Well, for April 15th, if you could be here, you could hear from him, and it's an open, it's a public forum, you can ask questions.
We're both actually gonna be traveling. that
I'll be
week.
traveling
Yeah.
that week.
We'll send some other people.
Send your representatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Send-
He'll be around.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
probably be playing a game.
Thanks for coming.
But yeah, thanks,
Thank
Mike,
you.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Have a nice evening.
Yep, have a nice Easter. Come on, buddy, let's go. I think you're all good. Yeah. I keep on checking my phone, but yeah.
See you, buddy.
Hey, say bye, he's a zombie right now. Yep.
Next on the agenda, Charlton Development LLC, 241 Sturbridge Road. There's a site plan approval extension request, and they're requesting to extend this to July 14th, 2027.
She's early, she knew that.
Yeah,
I said, all right.
sure, sure.
Yeah.
Any stories
No,
it's
it's all
all
good.
just pretty straightforward,
Mhm.
okay. So then, in the zoning bylaws, it's, we approve a plan for a site plan. If it takes longer, if it's not completed, then they have to extend it to keep the application open. That's what we're doing, is pushing this forward.
It expires after
a year.
A year?
Every year. Initially, it's for 2 years.
Okay, that's what I
And then
heard.
it's every
And then
year,
a
you have
year.
to request it before it expires,
Ooh.
or you go through the whole process.
Or you have to
Oh, yeah.
resubmit a site
Mhm.
plan.
Yeah.
So
But we're
where
nice
does
and,
it get
we're nice and
stamped?
remind them.
Yeah, we do,
We're nice and remind them.
we do.
But what
We
about,
don't have to though.
does anything get date stamped, or it's just by the email?
I track it.
Yeah,
For,
of course. Jane does.
I make a motion that we extend the Sturbridge Road site, Sturbridge Road site plan special. Charlton Development LLC, Sturbridge Road site plan to, July 14th, 2027.
I'll second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next on the agenda, zoning bylaw review. So this, I see some emails back and forth that we have the articles accepted, and email here is in your packet that Jane collected for us, showing from Andrew that, you know, this is the language. We may have, as we pointed out, a couple of minor words that we need to change, and we can correct that just via email this week, next week, so. Something about the titles, but everything else looks good. He even
Yeah.
updated his diagram
Yeah,
showing
and
the
a larger
yards.
version.
Oh,
is there.
really?
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
Yep, larger version. Yeah.
Nice work by Curtis or ChatGPT. whoever did that.
Thank you all.
Excellent. Any comments on that? Anything? Okay, good, not hearing any. We'll proceed to the master plan
Yeah, I need your copy of
discussion.
what Andrew said.
No, there was also an email at the back of the package, so there's the Charlton master plan discussion.
Contract.
This is the formal contract.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And have they accepted yet?
That'll be funny.
Not sure.
Yeah, right.
He sent the letter and I haven't
Okay,
heard
haven't
back.
heard back, okay.
I'm sure, he'll let me know, cause this just went out on the 30th.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So this, just to read this into the record too, this is the master plan RFP that we have awarded to VHB, Vanessa Hengen and Bruslin. And so we've accepted them and we've sent our acceptance to them.
Yep.
Excellent. Next on the agenda, if you could all just review the minutes. We have March 4th and March 18th. take a second to review those, and that's really one of the last chunks on the agenda for tonight. Thank you. We need minutes for the meeting that we went into executive session. It's just open and close, yeah.
No.
Is that position has been posted yet?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
Where do they post?
I saw it out there, and it's on I think it's on the website.
Okay.
And you saw how many other towns, like
Yeah,
Sturbridge is
we're kind of in
looking,
trouble.
Auburn.
Auburn,
Sturbridge, couple other towns.
a lot. So was there like 10 in Worcester County? I think I counted 10 when I was
10
looking.
recs or
I know.
something?
10
Jean Bourbon said no, she will not be. Oh, wow, she wants to retire.
Who's that?
Jean Bourbon from
Yeah.
Sturbridge.
Yeah.
It's gonna
Said,
be a
"You wanna
bidding
consult?"
war. These planners, if they're smart,
Can't blame her.
compete against them, make the towns compete for them.
Good opportunities for all these young little graduates.
Maybe that planning, the emails we get, I think, Dawn, you're on that, right? The
Yes,
mass
yeah, so I was
planners
thinking
group.
about maybe posting something on there just to let people know we're looking, because that's
Yeah, 'cause
read by a lot of people.
Sturbridge, it actually, to me, almost entices people to jump and go to a different town, so maybe we'll
Yeah,
get
maybe you could post something.
somebody who wants to
Yeah.
come closer to their home that's been
Isn't
traveling.
happy and isn't happy with their
Yeah.
administration.
So I
And you
think,
couldn't be any more happy with our board.
Right?
Yeah, that's,
and Jane, they get,
Exactly.
so,
Getting
biggest part.
well-oiled machine. Thanks, Stephanie. Excellent, motion, minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from March 4th.
A second, the motion?
Motion and second for March 4th, all in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Anything good, March 18th? Minutes?
looks good to me. I make a motion that we accept the March 18, 2026 planning board minutes.
A second.
Motion and a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Excellent. Any other business, anything change?
Well, on the 15th, we have the, cell tower from Blue Sky Towers. That's on the agenda, I got that processed. And on May 20th, we will be getting in the Beach Middle Road subdivision. We will be discussing that at 6:30. And then Jesse and Jesse Properties, that is the 360 Worcester Road, which is the old Putters.
Oh.
You know what the old
yep,
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
yep.
They're gonna be doing a prefabricated 7,200 square foot metal building, and inside it will be 7 rental bays. But he didn't have any information as to what would be going in. So, I suggested, because of that, we want a traffic study.
Probably, yeah.
I mean,
Not knowing it was
7
going in there,
businesses?
yeah, not knowing what's going in there, that's a.
So he will be
section
doing-
road.
that's a divided highway there.
He'll be,
Yep,
he'll be doing a traffic study.
okay.
And, yeah, we're busy. And just
Yeah.
one other thing. Do you remember when the gentleman came in and he was discussing the, he doesn't wanna call it the last mile, he wanted to call it Flex Drive?
Yes.
Remember that for
Mhm.
Amazon?
Yep,
Well, he's pursuing.
good.
Can't stop it.
Yep.
So he's doing the traffic study?
He has to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He has to.
they've been advertising, if you have, I have internet TV,
Yeah.
and it's Amazon 1 hour and 3 hour deliveries. So
Really?
to me, that's exactly what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
That's, that is,
So they're doing it nationally.
Yeah,
they're
So
rolling
that's-
out.
People don't like the waiting.
that's fine. So we'll, I mean, it's a public hearing, we
Yeah.
will
Right.
hear
It
feedback.
It would be a
from the
modification
public.
to the approved plan.
Yeah.
I mean,
And-
not
and-
much is changing except the use.
And, yeah,
I mean,
vehicles.
Yeah, the
and-
Yeah.
main issue will be the,
Traffic.
traffic, right?
Traffic.
Traffic, and that they're not employees that are doing the driving, these are all 1099 contractors like Uber drivers. So it's gig economy work,
Yeah.
so they're not paid benefits or whatever, but, yeah, so site plan, I would also have the site plan, they need to study what is the traffic as is today, which
Yep.
we haven't seen an update on that, and then show us the forecast for the traffic afterwards.
And then is the LNG operating at 100%? Because that's a lot of trucks as well, and I don't
Yeah.
think it's fully going.
Really?
Oh,
Is it? Is it?
No idea.
We don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's not an area I drive down
I see
very
a lot of
often.
trans gas trucks going in and out, but
Do
I
you?
don't know what they're.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Who would know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I checked with the state, because they're supposed to do like studies on smog for diesel. And the last time the state did a diesel was before 2020.
Yeah, they're probably just.
Or it was 2020, and it was during COVID, so it's been criticized as not being
Not representative.
exactly.
Draft.
So for
It's
protecting
draft form,
smog,
so.
and it was before Amazon had opened even.
Oh, on the master plan committee that we're forming, if you saw it, what it is they're asking for, obviously, planning board, Concom, and, what was the third board that they wanted?
Economic development.
I think they didn't want an EDC, they wanted somebody to represent an area business, so it could be somebody from the EDC, whatever, but it was just, but I mean, the original 3 boards. So I was kinda, I'm like, that's so weird that we wouldn't have more boards, like, it's very important on that master plan that we have somebody from water and sewer.
Yeah.
Because
Oh my
they're
goodness,
gonna,
yes.
so
Great
anyways,
idea.
I reached out to a former water and sewer commissioner. He actually runs water and sewer in a big city. So he said he's very interested. So I'm curious. The reason why I ask is, has it been advertised yet? Can we send people? Can we give people the link to their the interest, whatever your talent bank form or whatever? Can we
Well, it
send
really
that
hasn't
out?
been advertised because we just got the letter out.
Yeah, I think once we figure out when the
Yeah, I
meeting
think it's
starts
too soon.
and things like that, I can put it on Facebook, I can put
Yeah.
on the Shelton Planning Board Facebook.
Yeah.
I mean, they're definitely all public, so anyone would be invited, but it's a good point, like,
We,
Do
Do we know enough
Yeah.
information now, when's the first meeting? How
I
many
know.
people are needed?
No,
We
well,
need to
no,
kick
we
off
have
and-
an exact list of what we need, how many residents, how many board members,
right.
that kind of stuff, so that came out, cause the selectmen might have already created the committee, right?
I don't know.
I,
Really?
I saw,
I
don't think
so.
I
think
don't know.
We should.
What, we
We
would
should
know about it.
create the committee.
correct, but I think
Yeah.
that only the selectmen in this town can appoint committees,
okay, that's
Oh.
true.
so
Sure.
that's why they have to create it,
I can find out.
I know that I saw the list,
Okay.
it might have been handed to me,
I didn't see
but I
this.
thought that everybody got it.
Nope.
Yeah,
So it's 3 boards, us, conservation, is it Board of Health or Selectmen? I don't know, but
Jeez,
there's
yeah.
3 boards, and then there's 5 residents, and then a business representative. That's the.
So that's the board.
So it's
but
9.
Anybody can, anybody can. yes.
Everybody can show up, and people will show up,
Yep.
but, our core, we wanna make sure that
Yeah,
people
sure.
have the right
You-
information,
you-
and
you have
they
the
go
board
around and they
members.
talk to all
Yeah.
boards. But, so if you know people that will be specifically good at this, because we need people that aren't gonna be afraid to speak their mind and, know stuff.
I remember a few years, and probably 3 years ago, when we first started talking about doing the master plan, I put something on the planning board Facebook page to get
A lot of
interest and get
people.
people, and a lot of people commented.
Yeah.
A lot of people,
Yeah.
I'd be interested in doing that, I'd be
Right.
interested, so I can go back to that and take a look at
Right, right.
who was there and post something like
Yeah,
that
maybe
again.
again, right.
Yeah.
Maybe Yeah, so I'll look at that and see what,
Yeah, and then we'll have a kickoff meeting with Vanessa whenever they get started, and then line out
is that something we,
can't charge
They'll
for
do
this.
it all.
I think it's very funny that, I have, recreation, I'm on, the other recreation too, and I'm like, I'm going recreation, planning board hat, so hopefully I'll be the representative from our board.
Yeah.
I've been dying to do this for, and not that everybody can't show up, but, we need a lot of recreation help.
Yeah, I know, more fields, absolutely.
yep. When is a good time to meet with Vanessa?
Right, yeah.
Looking at maybe mid-June, our second, the June meeting we added, is
Yeah.
that probably a good time? Because that's gonna take some time.
You want
How
it,
busy
right?
is it? Yeah.
You got the,
3 and June 17.
I think
Yeah.
it's one.
Agenda's busy.
Well, it just goes to May 20th.
All
I'm
right,
thinking
all right,
June.
All right, I'll stop there.
We, because I know we added it
Yeah.
to June, right?
June 3 and June 17.
Okay. So I
And
yeah, I was
one
gonna say
in
we added,
July and one in August.
is it July?
Yeah.
June?
So-
Is that the new list?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
'cause I know
do
we
an
added one in
invite
June.
for, just to have them come in?
Yeah, yeah,
Alright.
and do the initial
Yeah,
talk, either
maybe
June 3rd or June
target that,
17th,
yeah.
because
Alright.
we look pretty busy on the 18th
Yeah,
and 20th,
yeah.
so that's, gives us, good 2
Okay.
months
Kind of a
before.
welcome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right.
yeah.
And
That'll give them
it'll
something to
give
get
us the
together.
summer, it'll give them the
Yeah.
summer to interview all the boards
Yep.
and kind of get,
Yeah.
do data
And
collection.
then who's-
Yep, and then we can
Yeah.
start in earnest in
Yeah. Well,
September
I'll have- I'm
to
gonna
start
read this,
having
'cause-
Mr.
meetings.
Youngins.
Yeah, okay, all right. Okay.
That looks
All
like it'll
right.
work out.
Yeah.
I have one item,
Yep.
that wasn't ready for posting, for when the meeting was posted. Do you remember when we started talking about changing our town solar bylaws, all of a sudden subdivision plans came in to freeze the use of the property? I don't know how it works with policies, but I'm thinking, we got like a dozen solar projects that showed up when they knew we were gonna do a moratorium and then the new law. So all those projects were able to follow what little we had. How does it work with policies? And the reason I ask is,
Not a bylaw,
a
Wait.
policy right now is,
policy.
Policy starts right this second.
You're talking a
Because-
planning board policy.
right,
That's-
Yeah.
and does it have teeth?
And the only
So
thing
people
that works
can't come
against
in.
that policy would be a bylaw, right?
That
Or
contradicts
any of the
it or
state
something,
laws
That contradict,
that contradict.
okay.
So
Yeah,
that's what, otherwise is that,
Policy.
All right, so,
we can say whatever we
Yeah.
want, but
I
if the
wrote
state
one.
law says
Right.
no,
Yeah, we can have a
they get
planning board
grandfathered
policy
in or
and vote
something
it in.
like that, right?
so,
Yeah.
so it's, I don't remember seeing your last bond policy, but I followed the
Decommissioning.
the
policy.
decommissioning bond
Yeah,
policy,
yeah.
that's what I wrote,
Right.
in hopes that it will almost deter people, projects that are gonna come forward, they're gonna say, oh yeah, Charlton has this policy, it's not gonna come out of nowhere.
Mhm.
But what I was pleased about is I followed the draft guidelines that the state gave us on decommissioning bonds, and they even say 125% of the cost of decommissioning they
I
want.
saw that.
Yep.
So, but here, and I used their verbiage, and they did even say cash and line of credit.
Right. yeah.
So I wrote the first two, just decommissioning fund and a surety standby letter of credit decommissioning policy. And then two, a liability policy. I didn't make enough of these at home.
Do you wanna just email it out?
Email it to Jane.
Sure,
Yeah, and I'll send it
it's
to
very
you.
short, but I did put reasons. And the reasons, in case town council, it's like, it's so new, I don't think they're even up to date and have read the hundreds of pages. So it explains why we need the policy, and 25% in cash, and that it follows the state's guidance. And an irrevocable standby letter of credit, which is what we had talked about for the Warren article. And it just explains. And then what I hope helps is at the end, the planning board reserves the right to change, alter this policy as new information becomes available that will result in the best protection to our residents' health, safety, welfare, due to Massachusetts as of right citing of the ever-changing renewable industry.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
So, but the reasons, so if we have to hand it out to some overzealous attorneys that show up saying we're in violation of Dover or the act, there's reasons here, and it is backed up by the
We're not stopping,
guidelines.
we're protecting, we're not stopping with.
So it's just to not get bullied, to know,
Mhm.
okay, this is what we do, we pulled it right from the state's guidelines, which you can either adopt it or make it stricter or less. But I have a couple if anybody wants.
And so does it line up with the bylaw changes that we're trying to make?
Yes.
Yeah, same.
Yes, but my reason is if we hurry up and approve it,
Yeah.
then people can't come in with like the paper
Yeah.
subdivision that
Yeah.
protects the lot from any zoning changes, which is legal in Massachusetts, not legal in other states. They do allow it here. And you know the subdivision control law. Hence why we have all the solar fields with nothing followed the new guidelines we put in 2019.
And so you're worried, because of the length of time this will take to get
Yes,
approved?
And the
So-
fact that it'll be advertised.
it's such a short read.
Yeah.
Could we possibly
Mm.
accept it tonight?
Mm.
And if anybody wants to change, alter down the road, we can, but it's 2 paragraphs, it's just that much. How do you guys feel about it?
Well,
In 2 weeks, we can
I'm
get.
not sure because it wasn't on the agenda
Yeah,
whether
we-
we can do that.
Well, it said
for
if it,
Open meeting law.
extenuating circumstances and it's a policy, it's not a warrant article, or, I don't think you need a hearing.
You don't need a hearing, but you do need to, it needs to be on the agenda.
Right, but it
Otherwise, it
would,
could be an open meeting violation.
it would look like we tried to sneak it in, right?
Right.
We didn't, I mean,
Yeah,
All right.
it's just,
And
it
that's-
becomes an,
So
And now-
put it on the next.
now that's a
Yeah,
reason
on
to
the
take it to
next
court,
one.
right? Now it makes us the, you know,
it becomes an OML violation.
I'll write this whole
Just
thing
put it
out.
on April 15th.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, we'll put it on the
I'll
next
write
one.
it out just like you had it.
Straightly put it on the April 15th.
no, put it always, put it open, but if,
I mean, we do have guidelines already for bonds, like,
Yeah.
that we ask for verbally. It's just, I'm afraid if we put it in writing and we miss something,
Yeah.
do they then say, well, it's not there? But if we don't put it in, it's kind of a conundrum there.
Yeah.
let's put it on our agenda and we'll.
New
Yeah.
planning board policy and write it all out.
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Do
and
it- do
if
everything so everything
you,
works
since
well.
now there's 2 weeks, if you see anything or wanna make it, I didn't write in the procedure, how you return the land. This is just to follow that.
Decommission, that's it.
Yeah, it's to follow the plan and however Kurt,
I'll
we
add it.
decided on
12.
decommissioning. This is just a funding.
And there was a lot of, it was vague, so this is, it clarifies, and then
Yeah,
nobody can go
I
in.
couldn't find the old one that you guys had, so I wasn't sure
Hmm.
what it was like, so I had nothing to
I'll send it
follow.
to you.
It
I-
was
I-
dollars per megawatt
Yeah.
as
Oh,
a
the average.
minimum, kinda like that was it. It didn't
Yeah.
talk about, it didn't bring in surety, I don't think. It was more just like a guideline.
Generic, yeah.
for-
Well, but good thing though, on the new guidelines,
copy of it, too.
they
I can have
do
that one.
spell out cash,
Yeah, yeah.
and they
yeah.
let the town decide, so
Yeah.
we're not going above and beyond,
Yeah. Yeah, good.
so no,
Okay.
no bullying.
Did you email that too, was that?
I don't believe so,
No,
'cause,
you
yeah, I
didn't.
just,
didn't see it.
Okay, right. Excellent,
yeah, it
thanks,
was one of
Lori.
those,
Yeah.
what's,
This is what's the big election coming up.
anything not known
Oh,
at
yeah.
posting,
Oh,
so,
these are the
I
people.
didn't know I'd do this one, it was
Yeah, I got that
Well,
for
posted.
Thank you.
town clerk
Yeah,
today.
Jane, hot off the press here, here is what the ballot will look like.
There's only two,
One moderator.
Do you need a ride home?
I haven't, thank you.
No one would write for, why didn't you, Bill, you would have been a really good moderator.
All right, thank you.
Oh, Amelie's
Can I do
on.
both?
No, it's too bad though, I'd write you in.
Kenny Lafrere, he
Did
was
did
on
you just give me,
Oh,
who
He
gave
was
you?
on the
everybody's
school
probably
board.
running for.
Nobody.
Oh, that, it went around.
Oh,
what?
That was
Watson?
probably, I put it on top.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's the only one?
Vote for two, and there's no two to choose from.
Nope. Gonna be write-ins.
Yeah. For water sewer?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know Bradford Howard?
That would be my husband.
Oh, it is. Excellent. I like him already.
Because he doesn't see me enough, he should also be on the recreation committee,
Right.
right?
Absolutely,
Oh, you already have that.
Oh.
absolutely.
We're gonna be a powerful board someday, that recreation commission.
Yes,
Yeah?
you're stacking the board, I like
Okay.
it.
Where were you when my kids were small and there was nothing?
I'm like, playground. We need a playground on Prindle Pond, no matter what, like that.
Remember the little field right there?
Yes.
Behind
Yeah,
That,
So
I
there's
coached there,
two
that
offices
tiny
that are
field.
contested there.
that was what, Allspring?
Does Tom
What are you
live
running
on
against?
Prindle Pond?
Yes,
so funny.
you and a whole bunch,
That's,
you need to put a big old playground there, some
Yeah,
picnic
I
benches.
did some coaching there too.
I've seen a lot of these
Beautiful
location, the church has
Yeah.
one of our,
It's funny, I wasn't a
women's
very bad
retreat
coach,
there
but
every
the kids
year.
had fun.
I love that place.
I was
Very
elected
versatile.
because nobody else was doing it.
So
So
there
that-
was,
Oh,
wasn't
it
Thing
sounds
is, you did
like
it.
fun.
Yeah,
They did it.
Oh, yeah.
I was a president of
Yeah,
Eastern
that's a
Mass
good
Women's
one.
Soccer
Yeah.
League one year,
Thanks
because
for getting
I
this.
was at a big meeting in Waltham and nobody wanted to be president.
So you
And I
got
made
it.
the mistake of going, what do you have to do?
Oh, nothing. It'll be easy. Easy. Yeah, yeah.
And then I
That's
was
the thing.
Okay.
3 months pregnant by the end.
All right, thank you. Any other issues, topics? Hearing none, motion to adjourn.
Yay.
So moved.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned 7:30 PM, April 1st.
Can you
Thank
memorize that?
Wow.